What's up, everybody? This is Daniel's son. Um, I'm here today to tell you about this fragrance from Guerlain. It's called L'Homme Ideal Sport. One of my friends in Facebook land, his name is Benjamin McFadden. He is also a fragrance reviewer on YouTube, and his YouTube channel name is Scentitar Fragrance. He wanted me to do a review on this and give my thoughts and feelings about this. So here we go. This came out in 2017. The perfumers are Terry Wassa, or Wasser, I've heard a lot of people say, and Delphine Jelk. I'm not really familiar with Delphine Jelk, but Terry Wasser is one of my all-time favorite perfumers. He did this. I'll give you the notes. Bergamot, aquatic notes, ginger, lemon, fresh spices, and almond. Now, I got these notes off the Guerlain website. Do you know why? Because Fragrantica seems to have the wrong notes a lot of time. As a matter of fact, I looked on their website last night preparing for my review, and they have things that's listed that's not even in this fragrance, like patchouli, vetiver, tonka, and neroli. Those are, from what I understand from Guerlain, those notes are not actually even in this fragrance. And they didn't, Fragrantica didn't even mention lemon, bergamot, and ginger. So the notes that I gave you, bergamot, aquatic notes, ginger, lemon, fresh spices, and almond, are the correct notes. Fragrantica, all the patchouli, vetiver, tonka, neroli is not in the notes. So that's why I get my notes off the official website. To me, this is a spicy aquatic with a twist. And let me tell you about what I mean by that. Excellent atomizer. It's a mist spray, but it's a heavy mist, which I like. I really like that. I don't like those little streams, or I don't like mist to where it just like mists a little bit and then sort of goes, eh. It's a heavy mist. It sprays really well. The bottle is beautiful as far as I'm concerned. It looks like blue juice, but I think actually the juice is clear. It's just the bottle is tinted blue to make the juice look blue. But it's a cool bottle. I think it looks really nice. Blue is one of my favorite colors, so this is right up my alley. Clear, except for the little sticker right there. It's clear so you can see how much juice. Heavy, thick plastic cap, but it's actually really heavy. It's really well made. And it's got your little squiggly, diggly Guerlain something there. I think a crown or something. I'm not really sure what that is, to tell you the truth. Fits snugly. Heavy bottle, actually, really thick glass. But this looks like the same as the other L'Homme Ideal. I got the L'Homme Ideal Eau de Toilette. And I got the L'Homme Ideal Cologne, which is actually not a cologne, it's an Eau de Toilette. But these bottles look all the same, except it's just different colors. Now, let me tell you what I think about this fragrance and what the opening and everything is. Very nice. I like this. It is a spicy aquatic with a twist. And what I mean by the twist is it has a Guerlain DNA in it, and it has that almond in it. The almond is not up front. The almond is sort of in the background, but you can smell it. It's a nice little complement to the aquaticness and the spiciness. But it does have the same DNA as the other L'Homme Ideals. That's what gives it a little bit of a twist. I think it smells fantastic myself. I really do. I really like this. A spicy aquatic with a twist. It's very fresh. It's very bright. It's got the almond to give it a nutty a nutty vibe to it, which is actually really nice with all those spices and the aquatic notes. It's actually really pleasant. I've worn this several times over the last couple of weeks, and I wore this all day today. And as usual, I was smelling my arm like every 30 minutes to see what the development was and see if it was changing and see what I smelled. It's pretty linear. It doesn't really change that much or develop that much. It does over the life of the fragrance. It does change a little bit, but basically what you get in the opening is what you're going to get in the dry down. But the dry down, it's not quite as spicy, and I think the almond is a little bit more dominant in the dry down. But I love the spices. They list spices, fresh spices, but they don't list what those fresh spices are other than the ginger. But I really love the spices in this. I think it's nice. I really do. I think it's really nice. I was curious when I first got this and looked at some of the other reviewers to see what they had to say. There was one reviewer that didn't like it at all. He was like, "Oh, it makes me feel sick," which I thought was funny because I really like it. And there was a couple of reviewers that thought it was pretty good. A lot of people gave it like a 5. Some people gave it like a 6 and a 7. So they're sort of mixed. Nobody says it's really, really great. What I get is people think it's pretty good. I think it's really good myself. I never listen to other people's opinions. I always form my own opinion. And my opinion is, I think it's great. I really do. And another thing, a lot of people, I don't know why a lot of companies or houses put sport on it, because I don't really think this is sporty. Not really. Or not my definition of sport fragrance anyway. But all the sport fragrances that I have, I really like. When I first got into collecting, the last time when I joined Fragcom, I was sort of hesitant about buying any sports fragrances because everybody was like, seemed to be really down on sports fragrances for some reason. So the first time I had an opportunity to buy sport, I turned it down because, oh, this is going to be like crap because everybody else hates it. But I remember when I first got my first sport, I was like, screw what everybody else thinks. I like this. And then a couple of months down the road, I got another sports and I was like, I like this too. Screw what everybody else thinks. And I ended up with like 6 sport fragrances from different houses and stuff, and I love them all. As a matter of fact, look at Ancre Noir Sport. That's one of the best fragrances ever made as far as I'm concerned, and it has sport on it. So don't let sport on a bottle like turn you away from a fragrance. But my opinion, my own personal opinion on this is I think this is a fantastic fragrance. I really do. I think it smells beautiful. It's almost like a cross between a Dylan Blue with all those spices and a little bit of sweetness, and it's like a combination of that and Nautica Voyage with the really heavy aquatics. But it has that Guerlain twist. It has the almond in it, and it has the Guerlain DNA. I think it's fantastic. I love it. I really do. I love all the L'Homme Ideal line. I think they're fantastic. Now, I wore this for an 8-hour shift today, and it didn't quite last my entire 8-hour shift. By the 8-hour mark, it was pretty much a skin scent, but it did last the majority of my shift. It lasted a good 6.5 hours on me, almost right at the 7-hour mark, but I'm going to say 6.5 hours. So the longevity is actually pretty good. The longevity is the projection. It's actually pretty heavy for like 30 minutes, and then it sort of gets close to you. So the projection is moderate. It's average for a fragrance like this. But overall, man, I think this is a fantastic scent. And I'm very pleased with it. I'm pleased with all these L'Homme Ideals. And I like the twist. I like the almond in here, and I like the spices. The spices in this, the ginger and the spices, is one of my favorite things. That's one of the most dominant notes. But with those aquatic notes, and with that Guerlain DNA and that almond, it just makes it more unique, a lot more unique than all the other aquatics out there. Like I said, it's sort of a cross between Dylan Blue and Voyage by Nautica, to me, my own personal opinion. So yeah, big thumbs up. I like this. I think it's fantastic fragrance. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. It's my opinion, and I think it's fantastic. But the price point on this is another thing I want to talk about. It's fairly up there. It's I looked all night last night, and the cheapest I found was right around $53. So it's in between. It's going for in between like $50 and $60. And I'll put a link in the description on where you can get this. I think it's for $55. I don't know. This will probably last me quite a while because this is 100 ml. I have a feeling probably in the next year the price is going to drop, but right now the average is about $55. I'll leave it up to you if you want to, pay $55 for it. I think it should, personally, I think it should be more like $40, but $55 is still okay. I think it's fantastic fragrance. I don't think I would buy it again for $55. I would definitely buy it again for $40, maybe $45. But I think it's fantastic, and I give it 2 big thumbs up. And that's all I got. And I will see you guys maybe Saturday. I have Saturday off, and I'm going to do another review Saturday. So anyway, I hope you got something from this. And thank you, Benjamin McFadden, aka Centaur Fragrance, for recommending this for me to do. So I'll talk to you guys in a couple of days. All right, love you.